There you go. Sorry.
Okay, guys, welcome to the Monday show. I hope everything is going and everybody can hear me. The camera is actually off. It is going to be a fun Monday show. So, with all that being said, I am here with Quincy behind the camera to help get me started. I am, we do have that $5 album up with Daniel that he posted before he left today. Andy is up at the store closing up with Anthony today. So with all that being said though, everyone else has gone home for the evening. Hello, Jim and Michael. Some housekeeping before we get started tonight. I am doing better. I'm doing fine. I just I have to remember to make sure that I breathe when I am swallowing, which is part of my problem today. Shut up. Just like that, I start coughing all over again. Anyways, we are 5 days away from Retro Expo. You did hear me right. We are 5 days away from a celebration with Retro Expo. Hello, Michael. We are going to be out there being set up on the 16th and 17th. So if you are in the DFW area, please do come out and check out the show. I do believe they are still $20 for general admission. For day admissions, they do still have plenty of tickets available. So please do come on out and check it out. They do have almost every single actor from the Turtles movie. I believe the only one is missing is Splinter and the hockey guy? Or was he not in the movie? Or is he in there?
Yeah. I know that Casey Jones is not there.
I don't believe Casey Jones is there, but I believe everybody else is. So, please do check out their website, retroexpo.com. You will find more information there. They do have several actors from Aliens coming out as well. And the sales floor should be packed with retro toys, comics, and all the goodness of collecting. So with that being said, we are just going to jump into the show. I do have some $5 and surprise tonight. How this works is when I put something up on the cover cam and then I put it on the A-frame, please do type the words claim and a letter and row number. So if it is an A1, please do type out claim A1. You can throw in X-Men or title like that to help me get the correct book for you, the better off we are. So with all that being said though, let's just jump into it. First up is Amazing Spider-Man number 433. We are starting off with the $5 books. Anything that is not marked with a post-it will be $5. Everything else with a post-it is as priced. Next up is New Mutants number 95. Oh, as I pop. Next up is Static number 15. And New Mutants number 95 is a second print because I apparently cannot repost the notes on the back. The video is still not loading on here.
Yeah.
We've got Spider-Man 2099 number 29. It is graded at 7.5. Yeah, I think so. I got a video on my phone anyways, it's up there. That's fine. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 411. Speaking of being at Retro Expo this weekend, with that being said, please be aware that we may or may not have a Thursday show. It kind of depends on how loading the truck goes and how Annie feels. Also, we will be changing the FOC due date. Please do take extra special care of paying attention to our Facebook page. I do believe the only one that it will be changing is DC. It will be coming down possibly on Saturday at 6 p.m. between 6 and 7, whereas it normally comes down at 6 on Sunday. We will have to possibly take it down a day early so that we can make sure we get our order in, since we will be breaking down that night on Sunday and will not be able to submit the orders. So please do keep aware of the fact that the FOC DC category for this weekend's FOC will change to Saturday. Next up is Darker Image number 1. And speaking of Saturday, we will be having Batman Day on Saturday as well. Yep. Batman Day is being celebrated on Friday. She just busted through the door. We will be having a handful of free comics as well as a figure giveaway. We will also be selling, I believe it's Batman 608, a foil variant. That will be a price variant though, so please be aware of that. Got Silver Surfer number 86. We will be announcing, I believe tomorrow, or Wednesday. I think Dan has it coming up tomorrow though. We will be doing an in-store sale on that Saturday for Batman related items as well as on the website. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 409. And just so y'all are aware, we may or may not have a dog roaming around. So this could get a little more interesting than what it would be before. You cannot have my cough drops. Next up is Exposure number 1. It is graded at 8.0 and it does come with a poster.
Would not be helping with the bagging of the comics.
Dog hair will not be included. And dog licks will not be included. Next up is Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 5. Got Our Fighting Forces number 165. Remember, guys and gals, these are all $5 each. We will probably do one more round on the A-frame of $5 before we go to priced. We will do 2 rounds of priced, and then we will mix every other row up. Next up is Spider-Verse number 1. Secret Wars. Spider-Verse number 1.
Sure.
Huh?
Just making sure that's not
Quincy got all laser focused. Jim is wanting Vision and Scarlet Witch number 5 for $5. Thank you, sir. That is the only one I had up there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Do me a favor. You can hand me the hand sanitizer. No. Well, that one too. No, that one works. Both works. See that one back there? And that is why that would be back there, because it's squirting everywhere. Next up is Star Wars Tales, the Jedi's Weapon. It is free comic book day.
I'm trying, bro.
Okay, I'm going to go ahead and do last call for the top row. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 433. We've got the New Mutants number 95, second print. We've got Static number 15. And we've got Spider-Man 2099, number 29, graded at 7.5, all for $5 each. We've got Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 4. Yeah, the tablet just kicked off. No, it just like turned off.
Oh. Try again.
Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 434. Got Web of Spider-Man number 32. Jim is claiming Vision and Scarlet Witch number 4 for 5. Thank you, sir. Got that for you. Next up is our Fighting Forces number 147. Scoot that one over. Got Purgatory number 1. Do you believe? Yep. It is Purgatory number 1. And go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We've got Amazing Spider-Man 411. Got Darker Image number 1. Got Silver Surfer number 86. And Amazing Spider-Man number 409 at $5 each. Got Web of Spider-Man number 31. Got Vision and Scarlet Witch number 3. Got Spectacular Spider-Man number 120. Got Masters of the Universe. It is a special preview edition, graded at 6.0. And go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. You've got Exposure number 1, graded at 8.0 with poster. We've got our Fighting Forces number 165. And we've got Spider-Verse number 1 for $5 each. Got Creepy. It is the 1993 Fear Book, graded at a 9.0. Got Wolverine number 6. Got Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 2. Okay, we're going to move on to some priced. First price up is Grimm Fairy Tales presents Helsing number 3. It is cover A, graded at 9.2 for 10. Gonna go ahead and do last call for the top row. We got Star Wars Tales, A Jedi's Weapon for free comic book day. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 434. Got Web of Spider-Man number 32. And our Fighting Forces number 147 for $5 each. Got Savage She-Hulk number 12. It is graded at an 8.5 for $10. Got Dazzler number 1. It is graded at 7.0 and is the black and white add error variant for 15. Fancy, you gotta let me know what the score is. I don't even know who's playing tonight. Next up is Alley Cat Lingerie Edition number 1. It is graded at 9.2 for 12. Got Rocket Raccoon number 4, graded at 8.0 for 10. Gonna go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We've got Purgatory number 1. Got Web of Spider-Man number 31. We've got Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 3. And we've got Spectacular Spider-Man number 120 for $5 each. Next up is Shy, S-H-I, however you pronounce that. Number 2, it is the Platinum Foil variant, graded at a 9.0 for 10. Looks like it is Shy Poisoned Paradise number 2. Sometimes I wish I could get into fantasy football, but I've seen some of those conversations that happen, and I choose to bow out. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 82. It is graded at 3.0 for 25. Okay, we've got Savage She-Hulk number 8 is graded at 8.5 for 12. Fan blowing too loud. Next up is Incredible Hulk number 346. It is graded at 9.2 for 10. Hello, Mark. Gonna go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We got Masters of the Universe. It is the special preview edition, graded at 6.0. We got Creepy from 1993 Fear Book, graded at 9.0. We've got Wolverine number 6. And we've got Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 2, all for $5 each. Holt would like Exposure number 1. Is graded at 8.0 with poster. Thank you, sir, for $5. You got that for you? Next up is Thor number 177. It is graded at 3.5 for 10. Got Mega Man number 38, graded at 9.2 for 10. Fun fact, back in the day, I used to play a lot of Mega Man and could never get anywhere in that game. Next up is Red Sonja number 8. It is graded at 8.0 and is the 1 in 50 variant for 10. We are going to do one more round on the A-frame of price before we go back to the $5. We will be mixing it up back and forth after that. Next up is Sonic the Hedgehog. It is number 258, graded at 9.2 for 10. And I go go ahead and do last call for the top row. We've got Grand Fairy Tales presents Helsing number 3, cover A, graded at 9.2 for 10. Got Savage She-Hulk number 12, graded at 8.5 for 10. Got Dazzler number 1, it is graded at 7.0 and is the black and white add error variant for 15. And we've got Alley Cat Lingerie Edition number 1, graded at 9.2 for 12. Holt, if you are still on, are you going to be out at Retro, sir? Next up is Oz. It is a one-shot. It is cover A, graded at 9.2 for 25. Got Faust number 1. It is graded at 8.0 for 10. It is Act 1, Love of the Damned. It is the Rebel Edition. Sweet! Well, you, sir, have convinced Annie to get another pizza from Market Street, so we will be probably eating a lot of pizza this weekend. Next up is Wolverine number 4. It is graded at 8.0 and is a Houston edition for 12. We should get Nerf guns and have a Nerf battle across the aisle. Got Sapphire number 1. It is still sealed, graded at 9.4 for 12. Gonna do last call for the middle row. We've got Rocket Raccoon number 4, graded at 8.0 for 10. Got She Poison to Paradise 2, graded at 9.0 for 10. It is the foil premium variant. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 82, graded at 3.0 for 25. And Savage She-Hulk number 8, graded at 8.5 for 12. Remember, everyone, the ones with the postage are as marked. The ones without will be $5 each. Next up is Red Sonja number 10. It is the Dynamic Forces variant with a COA still sealed, graded at a 9.2 for 10. It is 1 of 500. FOC did end today, and it did have the first reboot of Transformers coming at y'all. So, without further ado, we will be offering Transformers number 1. It is graded at 5.0. It's a Houston edition for 30. For those of you that did miss the FOC, please be aware the next opportunity you have will be the week that it is coming out on that weekly pull list. Anytime after that, it will be in a Facebook album, and then we will have a select number go back up each week, sometime around noon on the Wednesday, for the new comics to be purchased. Next up is Vampirella Death and Destruction number 1. It is graded at 8.0 for 12. Got Savage She-Hulk number 2. It is graded at 7.5 for 10. We go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We got Incredible Hulk number 346, graded at 9.2 for 10. We've got Thor number 177, graded at 3.5 for 10. We got Mega Man number 38, graded at 9.2 for 10. And we've got Red Sonja number 8, graded at 8.0, which is a 1 in 50 variant for 10. Next up is Thor, number 344. It's graded at 8.0 and is a newsstand edition for 10. Anyone who is coming out to Retro, who are you getting signatures or photo ops with? That is the question. We had a $5 version of this earlier, but this is creepy. It is a one-shot. It's the 1993 Fear Book, graded at 9.2 for 10. I believe the other one was a 6.0. This one is a 9.2. And we've got Gen 13 Bikini Peanut 10-Up Special. It is a one-shot, graded at 9.4 for 12. Okay, gonna go ahead and do last call for the top row. Got Sonic the Hedgehog. It is number 258, graded at 9.2 for 10. Got Oz one-shot cover A, graded at 9.2 for 25. Got Faust number 1, graded at 8.0 for 10. And Wolverine number 4, newsstand, graded at 8.0 for 12. Next up is Spectacular Spider-Man number 132. It is for $5. Got Our Fighting Forces number 148 for $5. Got Spider-Man versus Deadpool number 30 for $5. Hey you, hey Deadpool. We've got What If number 60. What If X-Men Wedding Album for $5. Got Red Sonja number 8. It is the 1 in 25 variant, graded at 9.2 for $12. I'm gonna go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We got Sapphire number 1, steel sealed, graded at 9.4 for $12. Got Red Sonja number 10. It is the Dynamic Forces sealed with COA, graded at 9.2 for $10. Got Transformers number 1, newsstand edition, graded at 5.0 for $30. And Vampirella Death and Destruction number 1, graded at 8.0 for $12. I think I may be getting the Aliens folks to sign my soundtrack again. I've got Thor number 338, graded at 9.2 for $35. Especially since Mr. Michael is part of Mandalorian as well. I believe it's Michael Hien, if I'm saying the last name right. Next up is Iris, all new executive assistant Iris, number 3. It is cover B, graded at 9.2 for $10. It is Iris. If I learn how to spell. Next up is Wonder Man number 1. It is graded at 8.0 for $10. Got West Coast Avengers number 46 for $5. Gonna go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. Got Savage She-Hulk number 2, graded at 7.5 for 10. Got Thor number 344. It is a newsstand edition, graded at 8.0 for 10. Got Creepy. It is the 1993 Fear Book one-shot, graded at 9.2 for 10. And we've got Gen 13 Bikini Pin Up Special one-shot, graded at 9.4 for 12. We got Spider-Man versus Deadpool number 35 for 5. Got Onslaught X-Men number 1 for 5. Got Doom 2099 number 37 for 5. Got Daredevil number 185, graded at 8.0 for 10. And go ahead and do last call for the top row. Got Spectacular Spider-Man number 132. Our Fighting Forces 148. Got Spider-Man versus Deadpool number 30. And we've got What If number 60, all for $5 each. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 289. It is graded at 8.5 for 20. Remember, guys, with us being out at Retro, if y'all do come inside the store, we will be having all the keys and all the major slabs with us out at the show. But do not fear, Bo will have those cabinets still filled with something, I am sure. He is a master when it comes to replacing things that we take out of the store with some otherwise items that you might not come across normally without doing some digging in the store. So next up is Daredevil number 184. It's graded at 8.5 for 15. We did also load him up with some new action figures that were carded here recently as well. He did load up some of the cases. So we have been filling back up the store. Anthony's project of the last couple of days, as well as Bo's, has been filtering in new $2 books as well. So we are ever growing that back up. If y'all did see the post where we were saying that the $2 books were going to be out of the store for a bit. Next up is Amazing Spider-Man number 141. It is graded at 4.0 for 12. We do like to try to rotate the stock to keep it a little bit more fresh. We do have lots and lots of sets going and getting put together and or around the office as well. And we do try to keep things sharp up at the store. Next up is Spider-Man Deadpool number 5 for 5. And then go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We got Red Sonja number 8 is the 1 in 25, graded at 9.2 for 12. We got Thor number 338, graded at 9.2 for 35. We got Iris number 3, it is cover B, graded at 9.2 for 10. And we got Wonder Man number 1, it is graded at 8.0 for 10. Next up is Mega Man number 34. It is graded at a 9.2 for 12. I'm just going to mix up everything. Got Spawn Batman for 5. Remember, guys, the ones without $5 each. The ones with Post-its are as marked. Next up is Mystic Funnies, number 3. It is graded at 9.4 for 25. Got Amazing Spider-Man, number 531 for 5. I'm going to go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We've got West Coast Avengers, number 46. We've got Spider-Man vs. Deadpool, number 35. We've got Onslaught X-Men one-shot for 5. And we've got Doom 2099, number 37 for $5 each. Got Wolverine Origins, number 1 for 5. I'm being stared down by a doggy. Got Wonder Woman number 26 for 5. Got Wolverine Witchblade number 1 for 5. Got Incredible Hulk number 341, graded at 8.5 for 10. And go ahead and do last call for the top row. We got Daredevil number 185, graded at 8.0 for 10. Amazing Spider-Man 289, graded at 8.5 for 20. Got Daredevil 184, graded at 8.5 for 15. And Amazing Spider-Man 141, graded at 4.0 for 12. Got Sonic Universe number 61, graded at 9.2 for 25. Got Phoenix, The Untold Story number 1, graded at 9.0 for 12. Please do keep in mind, any time that y'all come in late or the video is no longer live, y'all can do send us a private message if it's no longer live, but you can comment on things to see if it's still available. If the video is no longer live, please do send us a private message through Facebook Messenger, so where we can try to see if your book is still available. We do not put this book, this album up for after the live show is no longer up until Friday afternoon. So please do be aware that you do have until Friday afternoon before it hits those albums to private message us to see if the book is still available. Next up is Savage Shield number 11. It is graded at 9.0 for 10. We do ask that you private message us after the show is no longer live, just because the Facebook notifications do have a tendency to clump together. We will probably get it lost in our feed too, because we do have several notifications going off at all times. So it just makes things a little bit more sure on the factor of trying to find your book. Next up is Static number 10 for 5. Jim is claiming Phoenix, The Untold Story number 1, graded at 9.0 for 12. Thank you, sir. We do have that for you. And go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We've got Spider-Man Deadpool number 5 for 5. We've got Mega Man number 34, graded at 9.2 for 12. Got Spawn Batman. Ooh, it was graded at 7.5 for 5. And we've got Mystic Funnies number 3, graded at 9.4 for 25. Got Silver Surfer number 51 for 5. Pardon me. Got a Wonder Woman number 16 for 5. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 427 for 5. Got Spectacular Spider-Man number 119. It is graded at 8.5 for 10. I'm going to go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 531. We've got Wolverine Origins number 1. We've got Wonder Woman number 26. And we've got Wolverine Witchblade number 1, all for $5 each. We've got Incredible Hulk number 326, graded at 8.5 for 10. Got Alley Cat number 1, and is graded at 9.0 for 10. Got Mobile Suit Gundam Wing number 1. It is a limited collector's edition, graded at a 9.2 for 12. It does have that little certification with it as well. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 532 for 5. And go ahead and do last call for the top row. We've got Incredible Hulk number 341, graded at 8.5 for 10. Got Sonic Universe number 61, graded at 9.2 for 25. And we've got Savage Shield number 11, graded at 9.0 for 10. Got DC Comics presents Batman number 1 for 5. Got Spider-Man 2099 number 15 for 5. Got X-Men Prime. I believe it says X-Men Prime for 5. Got Mega Man number 37. It is graded at 9.0 for 12. And go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We got Static number 10. Got Silver Surfer number 51. We've got Wonder Woman number 16. And we've got Amazing Spider-Man number 427 for $5 each. Got Punisher number 1. It is graded at 7.5 for 20. Got Black Magic number 1. It is graded at 7.0 for 12. Got Batman, The Dark Knight Falls, number 4. It is graded at 8.5 for 20. Got Spider-Man versus Deadpool, number 29 for 5. And go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We've got Spectacular Spider-Man, number 119, graded 8.5 for 10. Got Incredible Hulk, number 326, graded 8.5 for 10. Got Alley Cat, number 1, it is graded at 9.0 for 10. And we've got Mobile Suit Gundam Wing, number 1, graded at 9.2 for 12. Pardon me. Got Wolverine, number 39 for 5. Got Marvel Age, number 98 for 5. Got X-Men versus Dracula, number 1 for 5. The Marvel Age number 98 was graded at 5.0. So I did not see the posted on the back. Next up is Daredevil number 190. It is graded at 9.0 for 10. And go ahead and do last call for the top row. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 532. DC Comics presents Batman number 1. Spider-Man 2099 number 15. And X-Men Prime one shot for $5 each. Got Incredible Hulk number 343. It is graded at 9.0 for 10. Mark is claiming the X-Men versus Dracula number 1 for 5. Thank you, sir. I was wondering who was going to pick that up. Got that for you. Next up is Rocket Raccoon number 3. It is graded at 8.5 for 10. Next up is Madonna, Sex Goddess number 1. It is graded at 8.0 for 12. And now entered in DDS After Dark. Got G.I. Joe number 71 for 5. And go ahead and do last call for the middle row. Got Mega Man number 37, graded at 9.0 for 12. Got the Punisher number 1, graded at 7.5 for 20. Got Black Magic number 1, graded at 7.0 for 12. And we've got Batman, The Dark Knight Falls number 4, graded at 8.5 for 20. Got Static number 12 for 5. Got Fantasy Masterpieces number 8 for 5. It is featuring Silver Surfer. Got New Mutants number 96 for 5. Got Amazing Spider-Man number 362, graded at 5.0 for 10. Gonna go ahead and do last call for the top row. Got Daredevil number 190, graded at 9.0 for 10. Incredible Hulk number 343, graded at 9.0 for 10. Got Rocket. No. I was supposed to do the bottom row. Let me put these back. Hoo-yah. Okay, gonna do last call on the bottom row. We've got no. Quincy, I'm screwed up. Well, actually, I think I am on the bottom row. Okay, we've got Spider-Man versus Deadpool number 29. Is it the bottom row? Or is it the mid? Like, which row am I supposed to be clearing off? I got confused. It's the bottom one, right? Okay. We got Wolverine number 39. Got Marvel Age number 98. And we've got New Mutants number 96, all for $5 each. Yeah, because I definitely was not paying attention. I got all combobulated because I was paying attention to my stacks instead of paying attention to where I was on the rack. So, with that being said, next up is the Max number 34. It is graded at 9.0 for 20. I got all confused. I think I skipped a $5 book. I think that's why I got confused. You got Superior Spider-Man number 33. It is graded at 9.2 for 10. You got the Infinity Gauntlet number 2. It is graded at 9.4 for 15. Got DC Comics Bombshells number 4 for 5. Okay, now I am going to do last call for the top row. We've got Daredevil number 190, graded at 9.0 for 10. Incredible Hulk number 343, graded at 9.0 for 10. Got Rocket Raccoon number 3, graded at 8.5 for 10. And Madonna Sex Goddess number 1, graded at 8.0 for 12. Got Daredevil. Got Spider-Man Deadpool number 11 for 5. Is guest starring Penn and Teller. Okay, next up is Rocket Raccoon number 1. It is the Marvel Unlimited variant for 5. We got DC Comics Bombshells number 6 for 5. Okay, we're going to go down to the bottom of this A-frame, and then we are going to go ahead and call it. Because I apparently am a lot more tired than I thought I was, because I got combobulated. Next up is Detective Comics number 577. It is graded at 7.5 for 12. I'm going to go ahead and do last call for the middle row. We got G.I. Joe number 71. Got Static number 12. And we've got Fantasy Masterpieces number 8 for 5. Got Warlock in the Infinity Watch number 1, graded at a 9.4 for 12. Really doesn't like that door. Mark is wanting DC Bombshells number 6 for 5. Thank you, sir. Got that for you. Next up is Transformers number 1. It is a second print, graded at a 2.5 for 10. We've got Vision and the Scarlet Witch number 1, graded at 8.5 for 10. Got X Factor number 1. It is graded at 8.5 for 15. Okay, gonna go ahead and do last call for the bottom row. We've got Amazing Spider-Man number 362, graded at 5.0 for 10. Got the Max number 34, graded at 9.0 for 20. Got Superior Spider-Man number 33, rated at 9.2 for 10. And Infinity Gauntlet number 2, graded at 9.4 for 15. Got DC Comics Bombshells number 7 for 5. I screwed that up, didn't I? Guess I'll be intermixing the last row. Wah, 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 wah. Got Sonic the Hedgehog number 257. It is a variant, graded at 9.2 for 12. And last but not least, we have Wonder Woman number 60 for 5. Mark is claiming C2, which is DC Comics Bombshells number 7 for 5. Thank you, sir. And because he pulled that one off, I will fill in the gaps on the rack. So, next up is Silk number 2 for 5. You're going to fill the rack up, and then, shut up, we will call it a night. Next up is Silver Surfer number 75 for 5. You just don't like me.
You say it. I don't think.
Yeah, I know. Ooh. Oh, you better not. Last but not least now is Wonder Woman number 59 for 5. Okay, with that being said, we are going to go ahead and end it there. I do have a lot of shifting to do, and we do still have some show prep still to do for Retro, as well as potentially Thursday's show. So please do, as last minute reminder, get your orders in before tomorrow at 2 p.m. If y'all have missed anything on FOC or the hard copy poll list, please do get your orders in through the website by 2 p.m. tomorrow. Your next chance at claiming any comics for Wednesday's new comics will be starting at 6 p.m. in those albums, and then ratios are up at 7. But with all that being said, please do keep an eye out on that Facebook page for any announcements, because we will be out starting our fall season of cons. So please do keep an eye out for any announcements and schedule adjustments. But with that being said, y'all be kind to each other, treat each other how you wish to be treated, and we will get through this insane world together. I will see y'all in those Facebook albums tomorrow night. Y'all have a good night.